Sagittarius, and welcome to your November 2021 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that I have is the Seven of Swords. So right away, we're talking about this empowerment, okay? That's the thief in the night. And this is when we feel we're weaponless, or that we feel that we have to remove all the weapons of the other in order to be okay. One or the other. But there it is, Seven of Swords. After I have Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. So if this is an event where it renders you feeling completely powerless, or more of an aspect of your life where you feel like that, okay? And so the side effects of feeling powerless, well, that's when, often we'll postpone things because we don't feel we're able to face them, or we'll hide from them, or we will let others' arguments and things like that disturb us in a point where we don't know what to say, or I can't do that, I'm not good enough for that, or whatever is the beliefs, because we're talking about swords, or words that we say to ourselves that disempower us. Here, there's a lot of anxiety and heartache. So they want to talk about kind of this dynamic of the Seven of Swords that creates anxiety in you and heartache and disappointments, in a sense of, planting a sword into your heart. And then I have the Queen of Wands and the Four of Cups. So Queen of Wands, that's you. But that is also the law of attraction, okay? What I desire will come towards me. Where my compass, my aim is, will attract towards me, So what we resist persists, kind of thing when it's negative, okay? Or what we are afraid of will come running towards you. Here with the Four of Cups, it's almost like this belief that, what? I've never had any more than that, and I don't think universe or life or whether whom I'm around will ever give me more than that. And here, torturing oneself with our disappointments and powerlessness, okay? That's what they want to talk about. Of course, this is of different degrees for all of you. Some of you, it's a lot. You can be very feeling like a victim of life. And others of you, it's just this subtle thing behind your head that comes and peeks up, or that when you open your eyes in the morning, just creeps up on you. So that means that this month, this is something that can be addressed. Under the Seven of Swords, I have the High Priestess. So this is right away saying that this is a message of your soul, for your soul's growth. And right under, I have Justice here, okay, with the King of Pentacles. Now that is similar of, I just did Scorpio, and Justice was right in that first row also. And the Three of Wands. So Justice, Libra, we were in Libra season. It's the seventh house of partnerships, okay? And now we're in the eighth house. But seventh house of partnerships, Venus in Libra. The balance between us and the other, in abundance and unconditional love. So here is the huge sabotage, the huge lie you could have bought, the huge disempowerment when it comes to that. And with the King of Pentacles, when it comes to support, engagements, being there for you, finding solutions, and so on. Okay? So, of course, under all that anxiety and that Three of Swords associated with all of this, I have Scorpio, and we are in the Scorpio season. So that wave of letting something die is good for you. And with it, I have the Empress. Anything that is preventing you from being in the Empress vibration, which is unconditional love and abundance. Okay? So right under, I have the Ten of Pentacles. We are talking about a long cycle. Okay? That can be all your life until now, or the past 20 years, or 10 years, or whatnot. It also means that it affects what was your capacity to manifest long-term engagements. And it can also be generational. Okay? Right now, there's this opportunity to purify this. Under the Queen of Wands and the Four of Cups, I have the King of Swords, and I have the Page of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So the King of Cups, the King of Swords, right away, it's mastering our truth and our authenticity of who we are. Okay? We're not lying to ourselves anymore. We're not running away from anything. We're not feeling disempowered. We are speaking our truth. This is my integrity. And we're not letting anybody do that to us either. Okay? King of Swords. And here, because this here, hopping from Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, of course, it's a mental prison that creates a lot of pressure of a possible overwhelming emotional state at one point. You know, that's why she's on the seashore and she knows that the tide is coming, so it creates this stress and she doesn't know what to do. She's in her mental prison. But here I have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is the one that finally takes that cup. So by allowing that cup within yourself, okay, loving yourself on a more unconditional level, healing waters, purifying your waters. By doing this, this is what is actually going to allow you to break free of that mental prison. Here I have the Six of Swords, so actually leaving all of this behind, moving to calmer waters. Okay? Let's clarify this for Sagittarius. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Sagittarius for the month of November 2021. Yes, our Four of Cups. Rising above the Four of Cups. And that's a very, it's an emotional box, okay? Where I don't see how I could feel more consciously love within myself. I don't believe it. If I have an invitation, that's why when we have that, we'll often say as an advice, if you're invited somewhere, go. Just go and do whatever you feel. Not that you feel, because you won't feel like it, but just go anyway, because it's to try and break that Four of Cups, where you can be pleasantly surprised at one point. And Venus is in Capricorn here, so this is addressing an old sadness. Like karmic. Okay. Let's look at that Seven of Swords. What is that Seven of Swords? Six of Wands. This is disempowerment when it comes to acknowledgement, recognition, not having to other people's willpower invading us, or us not being able to bring our will, being in conflict, not trusting. The Six of Wands, this is when I have nothing to prove. I know exactly who I am. I understand my lesson and I'm ready to move past it. This guy comes back from war and he is cheered by all the people around him. So if you don't feel cheered by all the people around you, but more on a defensive and attacked and possibly screwed by all the people around you, this goes and gets a lot of it. And if it all started by a lack of acknowledgement of who you are as a child or whatever, you can develop a victim mentality as you go on. Whatever it is, very minor and subtle, because everybody has it a little bit, or it is big. It is your own integrity that will tell you that. Let's look at the Nine of... All right. Hangman, Nine of Swords and Three of Swords with strength. So it's looking at all those old demons from a different point of view, from a different angle. There's an understanding that needs to come out of that. And so once you pin it out, you will see the dynamic of it and you will be able to rise. It's going to take strength. Strength to not look at things from within your little animalistic side, but from a higher point of view, where your ego that is afraid to fail, maybe, that is afraid to be judged, that is afraid to all of this, can be put aside and rising above it, from the lion to the higher self. Let's look at the Queen of Wands and the Four of Cups. There we have the Three of Wands and the Page of Wands. We have the Three of Wands here. So this is really so that you can look at the future and actually see that there is a beautiful potential in it. That there is a seed I can grab and grow from my tent that wasn't growing anymore. And yes, I can go out there and continue my growth. It will not just be the same of the same, where I am powerless and there's just sadness and anxiety there. So getting out of a carcan, okay, box here, and here I have the Ten of Wands. So of course there's going to be a release. High Priestess, Justice. Here's our Eight of Swords, Eight of Swords. The understanding is coming from within yourself, from your High Priestess, from your soul, from your spirit, from your connection to the divine. Okay, that spark of the divine, of cosmic intelligence, is going to tell you exactly what needs to be readjusted there. Because the High Priestess, it is in silence that we hear our High Priestess. It is not written. It is not outside of us. It is inside of us. And here, justice, justice, justice. The end of a karma here. The end of a pattern. A readjustment where you were stuck in your head in this kind of mental prison where you didn't feel you had the power to get out of there. You probably didn't believe in it, and recessing old sadnesses. Now you're going to look at this from a completely different angle. Ooh, all right. And make a decision. Two of Swords, Two of Cups. When I have somebody in front of me, that's the question here, okay? Two of Cups, that's when we have somebody in front of us, okay? Either I can address that person from my wounded self, Okay, with okay, let's say I was betrayed, then I am the betrayed. I look at you as a potential betrayer, and that is the filter from which I'm looking at you, because that's my truth. I am the betrayed. And if my truth is from my higher self, then I'm a soul that had the experience of betrayal, but I am not betrayed, the betrayed one. And that is completely different. So if I'm in my higher self, I'm going to address at you from my higher self. Therefore, you're going to show me your higher self. If I show you the betrayed, you're going to show me the betrayer. And here, this is the decision that I have to take. So, linked to the King of Pentacles here, it has a lot to do with the quality, basic quality of life. He can be a father figure. It's the husband. It's the person that's there for us, that takes care of us, that doesn't abandon us, and so on. Okay. Maybe you kind of gave up on that, finding somebody that would represent that in your life. Maybe you felt disempowered because all of the times that you were hurt. But now you're going to see that they were just mirrors. And by changing your truth on this, you're going to change what's going to come towards you. Let's look at the Empress and Death, using the month of November to release, let go, let die. It's the perfect month for that. Death and the Empress. Okay, let die, the Seven of Cups, so you can be the Empress that will be in the Eight of Wands, in action, in inspired action, arrows of love, instead of projections. Oh, they don't like me, they don't love me, they don't respect me, I'm not heard, they you know, and at the same time I'm fantasizing about success and a loving relationship and whatever is the fantasy you can make out there. That's the Seven of Cups, and that is Venus in Scorpio. And so that's Scorpio, and that's Venus. Venus in Scorpio, there it is. So right away, if she comes in Scorpio and he hasn't healed his own wounds, his old wounds, all of the wounds will come up like pointing a flashlight, and heat on something will kind of make it all rise up and shone and so on. That's why it's the time now to make a decision about what is your truth and really letting go of that so that you can be cleared of it. Ten of Pentacles, because your empire cannot grow more than that with this stuff laying around. Ten of Pentacles. And right now, yeah, because you see, here's your Seven of Swords and here is the Five of Pentacles. Your last cycle, okay, and like I was saying, that can be a very long cycle with the Ten of Pentacles. There was abandonment, there was feeling that we're not enough, that we're lacking something, that we don't have what it takes. And all of these beliefs were disempowering us completely. And then these two together is a very dangerous victim vision of that is my reality and who I am. And it's very hard to get out of this when we have so many proofs because we can actually read these proofs. Okay? As an example of badly reading something, okay? I remember many years ago, I was making a little birthday for my daughter. She was like 5 or 6. And I was doing this with my neighbor. We prepared the whole thing, talking together and all of that. And her daughter was the same age. And so when I sent the invitation, I didn't send one to her because it's obvious she would have been there. Well, she did not come because I did not invite her with the card itself. She felt rejected because I did not officially invited her, even if she was with me with the whole process. Me, I felt she was with me. I did not invite myself either. So you see how things can be read if we've been abandoned and we're looking at things through abandonment. We can read even a situation where there was absolutely none of that, and actually hurt ourselves and rob ourselves of a beautiful evening and a beautiful day, and even our daughter having a beautiful day also. I had to send my daughter to go and pick her up. So this is an example, okay? And we can have that on different levels in our lives. Just the way somebody answers, we can take it differently than somebody else because we're wounded. That's all about it. So, King of Sword here. After you actually make the decision to change your outlook on what can come towards you by releasing your old wounds. And there you go, you have the choice. Oh my God, I wasn't invited, or am I cheering around Three of Cups with other people and having pleasure? Here I come with my joy to share my joy, not with the fear of am I going to be wanted, am I going to be accepted, do they want me there, they don't acknowledge me, I'm going to be rejected, all of this, all of my old demons. There's the choice. Where am I vibrating? How am I arriving when I'm arriving somewhere? What is my truth, King of Sword? So by taking that extra cup, here I'm arriving with a cup, with a full cup to share with everybody, because I am filled with love, and there I am expanding it all around me. You want to talk about the Page of Cups and the 8 of Swords, Spirit. Okay. Well, there you go. 3 of Cups. That's the choice. 9 of Swords or 3 of Cups. Well, with that extra cup, I am choosing to be happy. And ultimately, it's a choice. And that's going to be my truth. Knight of Swords. I'm going to leave all of my sadness and sorrows, 5 of Cups right here. I will not juggle anymore with my sadness. I am releasing it and choosing to be happy. And that's going to be the title of your video this month. Consciously choosing to be happy by releasing the old crap. So, and I think that the month of November being in Scorpio, and we have the new moon in Scorpio on the 4th, which you can consciously do something on that night, put your intentions to be grown of, I want to release my truth now, and my intention is to release what is holding me back from being joyful and celebrating life. I am making that choice. So I will release the rest and let it die because it served its purpose. Okay? So on this, my beautiful Sagittarius, I'm sending you all my love and light for the month of November. And of course, if you want a private reading, the description is below. There's an email. You write to me, I write to you back. Please, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. And also thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, this time, it's the 4th of November. I'm going to do a little ceremony to give you back. And on this, I'm wishing you love and light. Namaste. And I'll see you next month.